Okay, in list 21, we're going to continue dividing. Okay, just like whenever we divided before, first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off from the estimation. And we know that 37 will be closer to 40. Now I'm looking for a compatible number. If I counted by 40s, I'd go 40, 80, 120, 160. And I know 160 would be close to 158. Now 160 divided by 40 would be the same as 16 divided by 4, so it would be 4. So now let's take 158 and we're going to divide that by 37. We're going to start with our estimation of 4. 4 times 7 is 28. Carry 2. 4 times 3 is 12. And 2 is 14. So we end up with a remainder of 10. Now to check it, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to take our quotient of, our divisor of 37. We're going to multiply it by our quotient of 4. It'll be 28 and 14 will be 148. And we're adding in our remainder to get 158. Okay, in problem 2, we're going to round 49 to 50. And 261, if we skip count by 50s, the closest one would be 250. And we know, just like if we take the zeros off, 25 divided by 5 is going to be 5. So we're going to start off with a quotient of 5. And we know 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 4 is 20, and 4 would be 24. Now we're going to have to regroup, turn that to 5, that's 11, so it's going to be 6. We end up with a remainder of 16. To check, 49 times 5, that'd be 45, that'd be 24, and we add our 16 in, and it's 11, 6, 261. That one checks. Now our next one, we know 80, and I'm looking for multiples of 80, and I know 8 times 5 is 40, so that's not going to work. I know 8 times 6 is 48. I know 8 times 7 is 4. 8 times 8 is 64. So it's either going to be 8 times 8 or 8 times 7. Now 8 times 7 is 56, so that's going to be a lot closer. So we're going to go with 560. And when we take out the zeros out, we know 56 divided by 8 will be 7. So now we're going 574 divided by 82. We're going to start with a quotient of 7. 7 times 2 is 14. Carry 1. 8 times 7 is 56. 1 is 57. And we do not have a remainder. Now to check, we can go back and go 82 times 7. 7 times 2 would be 14, carry our 1. 8 times 7 is 56, 1 is 57. E, we know we're going to go to the largest place value, so this is going to be 60. If we go by multiples of 6, we can see the closest one, 6 times 7 would be 42, 6 times 8 would be 48, so it's going to be 6 times 7. So, 6 times 7 being 42. If you look at be 420 and 6 times 8 would be 480, which one is closer? Well, this is 40 away, this is 20 away, so 480 would actually be the closer estimate. We take the zeros away, and we know that this would be 8. So now we have 464 divided by 58, and we're going to start with our estimation of 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 5 is 40, and 6 would be 46, with 0 remainder. And we can check it by doing 58 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 5 is 40, and 6 would be 46. So it checks. F, our last one, we're going to go ahead and round to 80. And I know 8 times 8 is 64, so I'm going to leave it as such because I take the zeros off, and I know my estimation is going to be 8. Now we have 640 divided by 79, and I'm going to put 8 in there. 8 times 9 is 72. 8 times 7 is 56. That'd be 63. And we're going to regroup, and we end up with a remainder of 8. So 8 remainder 8. So let's see if it checks. 79 times 8 8 times 9 would be 72. 8 times 7 is 56, and 7 would be 63. And then we add our 8 in there, and we know it's 640. Our answer checks. It takes Juan exactly 35 minutes by car to get to his grandmother's. The nearest parking area is a 4-minute walk from her apartment. One week, he realized he spent 5 hours and 12 minutes traveling to her apartment and then back home. How many round trips did he make to visit his grandmother? Okay, so let's take a tape diagram here first. And the first thing he says is it takes 35 minutes. And this was to get to grandmom's by car. Then he said that he has to do a 4-minute walk. Now, that was one way. So you can see there'd be another 35 and another 4. So this would be the total here of a round trip. And I'd say 35 and 35 would be 70. So it'd be, this total round trip would be 78 minutes. Now it says that in a week, he spent 5 hours, 12 minutes. Well, first off, I need to convert all these to minutes. So I know 5 hours equals 5 times 1 hour. 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So now I got 5 times 60. So 5 hours is going to equal to 300 minutes. So now we have 300 minutes plus 12 minutes. So we know the total time he spent was 312 minutes traveling. Now we know that 78 is one trip. So 312 divided by 78. Well, let's round this to 80. And I know 8 times 4 is 32. So I'm going to round to 32. Take these out. And I know our estimation is approximately 4. Now let's take the actual problem. 312 divided by 78. And we're saying 4. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 7 would be 28. Be 31. That'd be 0. So before remainder 0. So he made 4 trips that's round trips to his grandmother.